Inaniane Merrill Picard. Gosh, my emotions. Normally I'm okay speaking, but today my heart is just so filled with so much joy and honor, just like immense honor for this day. And on behalf of the Bishop Paiute Tribe, I just would like to welcome you all to this historical event. And the efforts that it took to get us to where we are today took many, many years. I just have to give all the thanks to our staff and all the partners who've worked to put this together today. And I welcome you all to the Bishop Paiute Tribe's reservation.
This morning we commemorated the introduction of the Owens Pupfish into our COSA open space ponds. Through working with the agency staff, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service and California Fish and Wildlife Service, we came up with this concept to use the waters that were naturally in this conservation area that the tribe set aside as a place to harbor not only the Owens pupfish, but California sensitive tui chub and the speckled dace and the Owens sucker.
Our organization was part of the pupfish translocation because we worked with the tribe to get a safe harbor agreement in place so that they could move the fish to their property. Safe harbor agreements are tools that the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service uses with partners to improve the situation for a listed species without them having to worry about a regulatory burden in the future.
It's the first time a California fully protected species has ever been covered under a safe harbor agreement. It remains a tool to other landowners to make possible conservation benefits for the species.
So today we introduced Owens Pupfish onto the Bishop Tribal Reservation, brought native fish back to native lands for the first time in about 100 years. Owens Pupfish are one of the more unique species in the southwest part of the United States. They make a living by living where nothing else can, so they're tolerant of extreme heat, extreme cold, and extreme changes in things like salinity. They can tolerate just about anything and survive. But what they can't tolerate are things like invasive species and predation. We take on the challenge of trying to keep our native and endangered species both alive and thriving in the face of the modern world, climate change, and invasive species. So moving them here onto the tribal reservation creates a seventh population of the species in existence, but it also brings awareness to the issue, and it enables us to rely on our partners to help with managing these fish. And the tribe is very, very supportive of keeping these fish around and with us in the long term.
I think culturally and historically, these fish are important to our people because we've always been in the areas where the pupfish have naturally thrived. And we want to just continue to see this endangered species come back and be a part of this land, which they are supposed to be a part of. And hopefully this is just the starting point of many other projects that tribal people now could utilize as that first stepping stone to protect other indigenous species.